What's going on, everybody? Joel here from State 48 Exotics, and in today's video, we're just going to go into all the pieds here because this is turning in to be the year of the pied. Okay, so today's video, we're obviously just going to dive into a lot of the pieds, but we also had another clutch this week. So we had the pastel ivory girl that was paired to the gravel or yellow belly pied male that I just continually talk about on this channel, just to see, you know, finally really get that solid proof and prove him out, whether he's gravel or yellow belly. So hopefully with any luck, here in about 55 more days-ish, you know, somewhere in there, we're gonna see a clutch full of pastel highway 100% het for pieds. So in doing that, pulling that clutch, I just started thinking, wow, every single one of my clutches this year is pied related, and that is a first. This is the first time, literally every single clutch. You know, we're having, I think we're gonna have 6 clutches this year, and all of them are gonna have pieds in it. So it's the year of the piebald, right? So I just filled up 24 of those little deli cups, and I gotta swap everybody's water out today. So we're also gonna be doing that today alongside of, you know, pulling out these pieds and checking them all out. So here's that girl that just laid. As you can see, she actually really doesn't look that bad to me. This was a really big girl, and like you guys saw, she only gave us 7 eggs, which isn't really, I guess, an only, but for her size, I really did expect some more eggs out of that, but you know, you just never can tell. But here she is. She's just a gorgeous animal. I love that just yellow line that these ivories get. You know, underrated combo right there. And still, even with just this super, I think there's a lot that can still be done. But yeah, this is gonna be a cool year. All right, so starting with our first pied, we're gonna come all the way down here for this girl and get her out really quick. And as you can see, you know, some of these have hides in, some don't. Some snakes are a little more skittish than other snakes, so the ones that I feel like can use it, I always include the hide, and a lot of these younger snakes, I just run hides in them anyway. And here she is. This is the Hidden Gene Woma pied. I really love that kind of just solid line dorsal stripe that it kind of makes down the back of these animals. And then that color that comes in is that like kind of golden rust kind of looking color, which I think is going to be really cool to build on in the future. And then obviously like the dark outlining, I love that. You know, that contrast in that outline is really cool. And then her head pattern is super unique to me. They have those stripes down their neck, which is really cool. And that's, you know, there was a couple of them for sale that day, and this was something that I noticed in the 3 that were available. So I think that's probably a real big trend. You know, I haven't seen a bunch of Hidden Gene Woma pied. So I think Hidden Gene Woma pied has a lot of length left in the pied game because we're not getting really high white animals. You know, there's still a ton of pattern left in them. So I don't know, this is a really cool project, and I can't wait to continue to get her up to size. So here's Dave. This is the male that has been the question. Is this a gravel or yellow belly? I honestly, I know in my heart this is a gravel, but just, you know, the confirmation side of me and the OCD side says you gotta wait to really claim it until you know it. But I know this dude's gonna prove out to be gravel this year, and he is a stud. This dude breeds. This guy would breed anything. He would breed a fire hose. But he is an incredible animal, and I couldn't be more happy with his breeding capabilities because he's been absolutely killing it. All right, so right here we have a Coral Glow pied, and this is a 100% het for clowns. So hopefully this dude here is actually a father this year coming up. There is a clutch that's due to lay for us in, you know, I don't know, like 20 days from now. So hopefully we can get a Coral Glow clown pied out of this. So I don't know, fingers crossed for that one. And speaking of that, this is the girl that's set to lay that clutch hopefully in the next 20 days. This is just a normal pied, but she's also 100% het for clown. So the cool thing about this is all of those are going to be piebalds, so that's a really cool clutch. So we kind of have a 1 in 4 at hitting a clown, so that's a cool thing when you can have 2 visual recessives breeding for, you know, then the underlying het. You know, you're at least always going to get the visual, so you're you're getting better and better odds, right? And that's what it's all really about. All right, now I got to climb up to the upper deck here and check out Leroy. So this here is what I believe is a world's first. I don't know if it would still be a world's first now, but a couple seasons ago when we were lucky enough to produce him from a leopard yellow belly het clown het pied, we bred that to a pinstripe pied, and we were lucky enough to get a yellow belly leopard pinstripe pied, who is also 50% het for clown. So I would really like to prove this dude out, but he was just gorgeous coming out of the egg. He was so bright orange, and you know, I think a little bit of that has faded along with it, but you know, we still have some really pretty patterning, and I think there's a big map for improvement on maybe helping him keep that color as they age. All right, so now we're moving on to 2019's year of holdbacks and a couple of the snakes that I picked up along the way, but I'm really excited to get these snakes up to size. I think there's gonna be, yeah, it's just one of those things, like every next breeding season should be like an improvement on the one before, right? Like moving forward, so I'm excited as ever to see the future of where this is going. All right, so the first girl up here is a gravel. I'm gonna call it a gravel. I'm sticking to it. I know that dude's gonna prove out to be gravel. So I'm gonna call this a gravel pinstripe pied. And this sucker was just incredible when I first saw it come out. I've never seen anything like it. And we actually hit 2 on that clutch, and they're so different from each other. So I don't know, this is a really cool animal. I mean, can you imagine down the future having some super gravel pinstripes or some highway pinstripe pied? But yeah, I am super excited for gravel in the pied gene. All right, and this is the other girl. This is the sister. So as you can see, I mean, there's a pretty big difference. I know it may look subtle, but them stacked up next to each other, this girl has a lot more yellow in her, which I feel like the other girl has a lot more orange and reds in her. And that was kind of the stark difference, right, when they came out. So it's kind of crazy because there can be no other gene at work other than, you know, yellow belly or gravel. So there was no pastel in it. There was no other genes underlying. So it's just wild to see, you know, two different snakes with the same genetics kind of come out of the same clutch. All right, so this girl here is a gravel pied, and I know this one is a gravel pied because, well, I guess I don't know, but I purchased it as a gravel pied from somebody that I trust and I know has a lot of gravel in their collection. And honestly, to me, it looks very similar to the, you know, gravel or yellow belly pied that we have here. So that's, you know, another confirming factor that we are going to see the year of gravel over here finally. And so I don't know. As you can tell, I'm pretty excited to prove that male out this year. All right, so next on the list is this incredible dude that we picked up from Miguel over at Always Evolving Pythons. This is a Orange Dream Yellow Belly Inchy Gene X pied, and he is a thick little dude that does not want to unwind. I mean, obviously, I'm super excited to get this guy up to size. This guy, I think, is going to make an incredible breeder, and I love how he is just pretty much a no pied pied. That is so cool to me. So this guy was an absolute stunner when I first saw him, and I just knew I knew he could do some incredible stuff over here for me. So I'm excited to have him up and coming. Okay, so next on the list is this stunner here. So we believe this one to be a pastel super gravel pied, and this was just one of those super extremely lucky things that just worked in our favor. You know, we have been very fortunate to hatch out some just amazing snakes, and a lot of it had to do with luck, but super happy to have her in the lineup too. And then last, but certainly not least, is the clown pied girl from this year. When I saw this girl online, I knew she had to come home. She was so bright orange as just a single gene clown pied, so I knew that the quality was there. I mean, that head stamp is just absolutely insane. So I love this girl, and she is, along with the other hatchlings, are just pigs, so they just keep on wanting to eat, and you know, that's never a bad problem to have, especially in ball pythons. So with any luck, we can get her up to size pretty quickly and hopefully get some incredible babies from her. All right, so there you have it. There was every pied. So actually, a little bit of a lie. There was 2 pieds that you missed out on, but that was in the last video, and that is the fire clown pied and then the fire pied that I don't really know what's going on all in her genes, because I'm not that really good at identifying pieds just yet, and a lot of these like combos when the piebald pattern is so small, you know, identifying high white pieds, I feel like a lot of times is your best guess, and that's one of those snakes for me. So until I prove her out, you know, she's obviously just a fire pied, but I think there might be a little bit extra going on in there with her. But at any rate, thank you all so much for tuning in here. We are almost at the point where we're hatching out eggs. 20 more days, I think, until we actually get to cut some of our first eggs. So I'm super excited to kind of bring something new back to the channel. You know, I love this time of year. We get to see egg cutting videos. We get to see all these new morphs coming out, and that's what I look forward to doing too. So kind of missing it, but we're right around the corner to being able to do it ourselves. So hang in there with me, and soon we'll have some pretty cool stuff I feel like coming out. So yeah, just excited for the future. But thank you all so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. And without further ado, I hope you're having a great night, morning, evening, whenever you may be watching this. And until next time, we'll see you later.